Al-Jazeera on Thursday said it had put a pause on a broadcast of a four-part investigation into official corruption in Zimbabwe without giving reasons. The first episode of Gold Mafia, a two-year investigation by the Qatar-based news network, had been advertised for 12 p.m. CAT on Thursday. Other episodes were to follow on March 9, 16, and 23. In a brief statement, Al Jazeera said, "The report we were planning to release will no longer be released this morning, March 2. Bear with us while a new release time is arranged." A statement released ahead of the planned first broadcast said the investigation was carried out by undercover journalists from Al Jazeera's investigative unit who infiltrated rival gangs that control Africa's gold. Criminal networks turn dirty cash into gold, which is sold around the world. The investigation leads to the highest offices of state in Southern Africa. Al Jazeera teased. Gold Mafia looks at how society's obsession with gold through the ages underwrites a global shadow economy. It exposes the complicity of global financial institutions, regulators, and governments in the criminality. Undercover reporters pose as criminals with over $1 billion of black money that needs to be cleaned. The team is led by fictitious Mr. Stanley, a Chinese gangster with links to the tribes. His undercover reporters befriend members of rival gold mafia gangs. In episode 1, the Laundry Savers, the founder of the UK-based Good News Church, which has 15 branches around the world, offers to launder $1.2 billion of dirty cash from China. "I am the second largest diplomat in the country," Hubert Angels tells undercover reporters. Angels is also presidential envoy and Zimbabwe's ambassador at large to 85 countries. He offers to use his diplomatic cover to fly Mr. Stanley's dirty cash into Zimbabwe, where it can be laundered through gold and other investments. "Right now, I can have a bag like this with $1.2 billion and put red tape written diplomat. Nobody can touch it," Angel says. "It is a very, very easy thing." Mr. Sen and his team get invited to closed-door meetings with Kamlesh Patil, notorious for devising a gold export scam that siphoned $600 million from Kenya in the 90s. They also sit down with Patni's competitor and convicted gold smuggler Ewan Macmillan. "There's an opportunity, a hell of a big opportunity to wash money here," Macmillan says. Both men are licensed gold traders in Zimbabwe and Dubai. They offer Al Jazeera's undercover team lucrative deals to launder over $100 million through government gold export schemes. The rival crime bosses reveal that at the center of their operations is Southern Africa's biggest laundromat, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. The investigation reveals that the gold mafia are employed by Zimbabwe's ruling elite to export gold on the government's behalf. It is a scheme to bust international sanctions placed on political leaders and government entities. Mr. Stanley speaks to Henrietta Rushwaya, president of Zimbabwean Miners Federation and niece of President Emmerson Mnangagwa. She was arrested 2 years ago carrying 6 kgs of gold at the Robert Gabriel Mugabe International Airport, let go by a court after claiming to have picked the wrong handbag. Within minutes, she offers them a laundry service that can clean $10 million of dirty cash a week through the Reserve Bank and gold producers she knows. In other explosive revelations, Angel was filmed soliciting a gift of $200,000 for President Mnangagwa from Mr. Stanley. He allegedly tells the Al Jazeera journalist that the money is not a bribe, but the president appreciates gifts. Macmillan, meanwhile, allegedly refers to Vice President Constantino Chiwenga as a dunderhead. Both men allegedly flaunted their proximity to power, even demonstrating that with phone calls to top-ranking officials in the presence of the journalists.